and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is National Tesla and the Gong. Today is D-Day. Today is the day I go and pick up my Tesla Model Y Performance, and I upgraded my Tesla Model Y Performance from a long-range version not too long ago, because I went with the inventory version and I did save a fair chunk of change from Tesla because I went with the inventory model. And I have all details in the top right corner. I'm going to leave a link there in the card as well as in the description, so do check that out. So if you are looking to buy a Tesla Model Y and you are ready to do that Tesla stretch, now may be a good time to go and get that car of your dreams. So I'm going to go off to Miranda. So today is the 17th June. This is a Saturday. As always, when I go to pick up my car, I do take a box of donuts and some cookies for the hard-working Tesla folks there, so that we give a little something back to them. A little bit of love from our side is not bad, isn't it? Let's do this. Woohoo! Here we are, Tesla Miranda. I guess we have to drive straight and then park somewhere here, and then the service and delivery happens somewhere here. So I'm going to get inside. It's my first time picking up a car from Miranda, so this is going to be a new experience for me too.
If you just expand acceptance, then yeah, you just got the blue button.
Alright guys, the first things we do very quickly, we do a walk around, make sure everything is okay. Because as we know, these cars do travel a fair bit on the ships, and we just want to make sure there's no small dents or anything. And whatever happens, you can definitely put this up with Tesla straight away, and it all gets fixed for free at a later date. But then Tesla does take ownership of that and do that too, so that's all good there. So don't have to worry about that. And this is a quality build, mate. I must say, the panel gaps, what panel gaps? Absolutely none whatsoever. The lines are all so beautiful. Quality build, this one. Shanghai, Tesla team, super duper indeed. So I do need my card, isn't it, to set up the mobile?
There should be an update to the app now where you don't even need it. It
Oh,
can be done wirelessly.
Okay.
So on the big screen, you've got a data sharing disclaimer. So
I say agree, yeah.
Just scroll
And then
down.
scroll down.
There's just a few more.
I agree, yes please. I trust Tesla. Let's do that.
Amazing. Now, if you go to the controls in the bottom right.
Yeah. And then
go to safety, then allow mobile access. Perfect. And that will just refresh for you now.
there it is.
Amazing.
Nice.
Well
and
done.
we do have a software update. Oh, it is downloading right now. 2023.2.12.
That's it.
Interesting.
It'll be ready for you to install as soon as you take it home.
Perfect. That's awesome, mate.
Amazing.
Really cool.
That's it.
And I did do an entire video on how to use a Model Y for beginners. Of course, Model 3 as well. It is an absolutely awesome beginner's guide. 59 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Really good video. Just setup button. Okay. Yeah, connect. Communicating with car, it says. Authorizing. And that's it. This is super duper. And I just want to quickly go check the frunk as well before I leave. Perfect fit, isn't it? A Tesla bag in a Tesla frunk. This is totally meta, this one.
Yeah.
Tesla inside a Tesla. Okay, very quickly before this red light turns green. So right now it says calibration progress, and this is a semicircle blue that's coming up there. That is the autopilot calibration that happens. So you can't use your autopilot in this drive till that circle becomes completely closed. Here we are, guys. We are now in Wollongong and the Model Y Performance is with us. We're going to do the initial setup and do a walk around as well. I'll show you everything that the car has. And there are a few surprises in this, and that is important to note because this is a inventory version. There is a little extra that Tesla has given me, and I want to share that with you right now. Now let's do the external walk around. You can see the gorgeous multi-coat red. And I'm a huge fan of these 21-inch Uber turbine wheels. Now let's see what Tesla has given us. So these cars come with the Pirelli P0s, and these are the 275/35 R21s with the red calipers too. Now let's start with the rear. The sun in the horizon, throwing all those lens flares. Actually is much taller than the Tesla Model 3. And now let's open the rear too. Let's open the rear. I'm going to just trigger it from my mobile app. And this is the surprise that Tesla has. The car does come with a UMC, or Universal Mobile Connector. I'm going to show that here. That's it. So I did not buy this UMC. This is a $550 UMC that Tesla has given with the car. Because this is an inventory version, this version probably came with it when it was ordered back in March or April, and so Tesla did not cheap out, and they were kind to include that with the car. So that's super kind indeed, Tesla. Very kind. Alright guys, I'm just going to show you the rear split. So you can see that this is a 2-1 split, and then we have a control here to drop down the seats as well. Let's pull that, and that drops that down. That is the 2 split, or the second split. And this one will drop this one, and it will make a single cavernous opening. It is super awesome. You can actually flatten it down a little bit too. And while we are here, I'll just show you the sub trunk as well. That's a cavernous sub trunk, absolutely gorgeous. And I have a little something for you which we can install into the sub trunk too. And I have another video coming up, so do subscribe to my channel and keep following me on Twitter as well. Now let's look at the driver's side. Let's open the doors. So how do you open these doors here? Press and pull. And the first thing I want to show you is this is a double glazed pane. So there you go, double glazed pane. The same holds good for the rear as well. So same drill. Let's open that. As you can see, this is a double glazed pane too. And I must say, when I was driving to Wollongong, I did feel that the car is definitely much quieter than the Model 3. Really good. Now let's jump right in. The gorgeous white interior, or as Tesla calls it, premium black and white interior. Super gorgeous indeed. We'll go and show you the passenger side and the rear passenger space as well. Now this is the rear passenger seat, and you can see that well. It's a completely flat design, so be quite comfortable. Over here you can see there are some hooks there as well for hanging your suit or dress or shirt or something like that. There you go. Now while we have the front open, you can see that these struts have changed a little bit. If you are a Tesla Model 3 owner, you know that these struts are usually those plastic spring-loaded struts, but now it's become all metallic and it has been incorporated into the body over there. Now this may prove to be a challenge when we want to do the automatic frunk opener, which we did for our Model 3. Let's wait and watch and see what challenges that throws. I wanted to show you this view. This is probably what your rear passengers will see and experience. It is an absolutely cavernous opening. You can see that there is all glass on top. It's a continuous plane of glass as well, and that really adds to the airiness of the car. And when I get inside into the driver's seat in just a moment to set up the car, you will understand that this is a gorgeous car with so much of space, and it's a great car for doing a long travel. But yes, this is a crossover SUV. I still want to call it a car, but it's great for doing long drives with family and friends. Okay, the first order of business is getting rid of this. We do not need an energy consumption sticker in an energy efficient car like Tesla. This goes first. There we go. Right, let's do the initial setup. I've not set this car up at all, so this is super new. Let's do this. So let's first set up the profile. Let's click on profile. Click on driver profile settings. We'll do one for Nash. There you go. Create profile. And the first things you want to do is the steering wheel. Let's click on the steering wheel. I think it is quite low for me. bring it up a little bit. I'm going to change this to a yoke steering wheel very soon. Maybe bring it out a little bit as well. There you go. And we'll hit on save. And the next thing you want to do is to do the side view mirrors. The side view mirrors are actually perfect for me. So that's all good. So you can actually do the side view mirrors by going into the settings, going into controls, going into mirror, and then you can do the left and right mirrors. But I think that's perfect. Just to show you, this is the way you change the mirrors. I have a complete beginner's user guide for Tesla Model Y. I'm going to leave that in the link of the description, as well as a card in the top right corner. Do check that out, and we'll hit on save. So this is all saved under my profile, so that is pretty good. And a few other things that I want to do in the profile is I want to set up a few safety features. Let's click on safety. That's number one. And I want to have a pin to drive set up first. Let's click on that. And of course, I can't show you the pin. Just imagine I'm putting 0690 or something, yeah. And I also like to set up the glove box pin as well, because the glove box has the USB for your dash cam footage. So I want to set a pin for that. Let's click that. And then the delete dash cam clips are here. I'm going to leave dash cam at auto. It'll save up to 10 minutes of video on the USB. I'm going to leave it auto and hit on accept. So that's one of the first settings that I want to do. The next one I want to do is about autopilot. So I want to have autopilot turned on. I turn yes to that. And then I'm going to also add the full self-drive visualization preview. So I do not have the full self-driving beta software in this car yet. I'm going to buy that in just a bit, but this is without that. We'll click on that to have the visualization turned on. And I want to have the blind spot collision warning chime. The speed limit warning must be in display. You can also add chime if you want to, but I'm going to leave it at display, and the rest of the stuff is all the same. I'm going to have the green traffic light chime, the obstacle awareness, acceleration, and so on and so forth. So that stays as is. Going back to pedal, kept the acceleration in sport, and instead of having the steering mode in comfort, I'm going to leave it at standard, and stopping mode is definitely hold. This is a one pedal drive car. So track mode is available with your Tesla Model Y Performance, and you can actually go and customize that. We'll look at that in a different video afterwards. Next I want to do is navigation online routing. We'll turn that on. So that will reroute to save about 10 minutes. I like to keep that on, and rest can stay. Then going into service mode, camera preview. Woohoo! Okay, there you can see the camera preview has come up, but I'm going to wait for the next software update to get access to all of the 9 cameras. I have a different video about that too, that is there in the top right corner too. So that's that. And one more thing I'd like to do is in safety, turn on Sentry mode, accept that. And I also like to have live visualization in the mobile app. So when you click that on, click on yes. What happens there is, so if you go into your app on the live camera visualization, you can see these cameras. Of course, I have to be outside and the doors have to be closed for this to be accessed. Now, I wanted to do one more thing with regards to the lights. Dome lights will be in auto, and the headlights, including the front and rear fog lights, will be in auto. And I want to have the headlights after exit to go on. And now the auto turn signal must be in auto cancel. So once the car has made the turn, I want it to be automatically turning off the signal, and that is quite sensitive. So if you don't turn it on, you will have to manually change the signal as well once the car makes the turn or merges into traffic or so on and so forth. But I like to keep it at auto. So these are my usual initial steps that I want to do. Let's click on upgrades and see what are the upgrades we have here. So the car does come with just a month of premium subscription, if I remember right, but I definitely want premium subscription because it's a great feature. You're going to slide and subscribe straight away. There you go. So it'll be successful and it'll be ready when we reboot after a park. So these are my initial settings that I want to do. Just want to make one final change with the bottom app drawer. So I usually like to have Bluetooth over here, and the camera should stay. Spotify I always have there, and I also want Apple Music just next to that, because because I do listen to some things in Apple Music, some things in Spotify, because some of the songs have dropped out of Spotify. I do not know why. So I do have an Apple Music subscription there, and I want to have that Apple Music app there. So there we go. So these are my initial setup for the Tesla Model Y Performance. And now what we do is we drive it like we stole it. No, that's a joke. Don't do it. Now that's all, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was useful. I wanted to put something out there so that you can know what to expect when you're going to go take delivery of your Model Y or Model 3. The first thing you do is you accept the car inside of your app. Then you walk around the car, make sure there are no dents, blemishes, or any paint defects. You raise that with Tesla straight away, and then you pair your phone to become the car's key. Although Tesla does give you the 2 cards, you barely would use it. And then you do the initial setup. I wanted to show you my setup so they can build on it and then customize it the way you want it. If you like what I'm doing, a subscription to the channel will be awesome. And if you are going to look and to buy a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y in the future, do consider using my referral code. Both of us will get referral credits, which you can use against superchargers. I'll be really humbled if you use my code. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys in another interesting video very soon. Until then, this is Nash from Tesla and the Gong, signing off. Peace.